to lecture number 11 for the subject reading 102. In lecture 11 we're going to start a new unit, unit 5, Beyond Science. In this lecture we're going to read a passage called A Close Encounter with a UFO. UFO اللي صحن الطائر. So a close encounter with a UFO. So this passage about some two people or three that encountered, they say that they encountered a UFO when they went on their way to Canada. Okay, so in this passage we have new vocabulary. We have about 10 words, but before we discuss the new vocabulary, we're going to go to the vocabulary and vocabulary definitions. So the first word we have in the vocabulary definitions section is pulled over. Pulled over means parked on the side of the road. So when someone tells you pull over, or where the police tells you pull over your car, so that means stop your car on the side of the road. يعني وقف سيارتك على إيش؟ أوقف سيارتك على جنب شارع. Okay, not in the center of the road. Recount is to tell something and mostly a story. So recount is عملية سرد القصة. Okay, so recount is سرد. Reverse means to change to the opposite. So if you are going this way and you make a reverse, you're gonna go the other way. So reverse is العكس. Okay, عكس اتجاه. Let's go back to the new vocabulary. Apprehension means القبض على. Cab, taxi. Considerable بشكل كبير. Dim, usually we use dim with light. عادة نستخدم كلمة dim مع النور. فdim light means الضوء الخافت. فdim إيش؟ خافت. faint قليل وأيضا تأتي بمعنى مغمى عليه. He fainted. Frustrated بمعنى محبط. Pickup truck شاحنة صغيرة. Recount, as we said, to tell a story. تسرد عملية سرد. Reverse means العكس. Roommate is رفيق الحجرة أو رفيق المنزل. Roommate. Okay, let's go to the reading passage. Okay, I'm gonna start reading the passage now, starting with paragraph 1. Tom Page. So this is the person's name. The story about Tom Page. Tom Page and his two college roommates were on their way to Canada in a pickup truck. كانوا في طريقهم إيش؟ إلى كندا. Tom Page واثنين من رفاقه roommates. Page was driving. His two friends were asleep in the back of the truck. Alone, he had seen a white light ahead of him, which steadily shot straight up into the night sky. It could not have been an automobile. Somewhat later, he stopped and pulled over, because the light or a similar one had reappeared and he wanted his friends to see it. One of his friends, Bob, got up and sat in the cab with Tom. He entered. So cab, again, let's go back to the word cab. So cab has two meanings. Here it doesn't mean a taxi, it means the back of the truck. He turned all of his light off and then attempted to roll slowly down the hill toward the UFO ahead of them. But as the truck moved forward, the light backed up, keeping the same distance from us, Page said. Then Jim, the third roommate, knocked on the window and Tom stopped again to let him into the cab. The white light dimmed and then they could see a faint object. Faint مثل ما قلنا شيء خافت أو شيء تقريبا unseeable. So a faint object in its place, as wide as the roadway and shaped like an upside down cereal bowl. A separate tiny red light was seen above the object. All three witnesses felt a considerable amount of apprehension. Once again, Page let the truck roll toward the object, and it became much brighter again, moving slowly away from their truck. Then Page noticed another white light about 50 yards behind them. So he stopped, and all the three got out of the cab. No sound could be heard of any kind. Page recounts what happened next. الآن Page يسرد شو اللي حصل بعد الإيفنت السابق. I was frightened, كنت خائف, but also frustrated, لكن أيضا محبط, at not understanding what was going on. محبط لأني لم أفهم ما حدث مسبقا. I started running toward the light in front of the truck to get closer to see what it was. As I started running towards the light, it started moving toward me. The light was still moving towards me, so I raised my hands, not knowing what else to do. The light dimmed, reversed direction, and went back up and over the hill out of sight. So this is the end of our reading passage, and this is the end of our lecture. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.